Welcome all. Welcome to my podcast. My name is Subbu. Today I have two guests with me. I would like to call them the next generation techies. They're starting their careers and getting ready to change the world. The first guest I have here is from Southern California. His name is Anudeep. And the second guest is from Chennai, India. Her name is Susie. We'll be talking about a bunch of topics today. Number one, we will talk about careers and job trends in both United States and India. We will also talk about technology disruptors, what's changing the world, impact of AI for students and people are starting their career, and how to get prepared in this special type of ever-changing kind of work environment. Now things are becoming remote and hybrid. We'll talk about a lot of topics today. First and foremost, let me start introducing our guests. First, Anudeep, do you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. Subbu, thank you so much for having me here today. Really honored to be here, and I'm great that you brought up all these topics because I'm sure it's a lot of things that I'm curious about, and it's a lot of things that my peers are curious about too. With that being said, I'll go over a little bit about myself. My name is Anudeep Pegde. I'm a final year computer science major studying at the University of California, Irvine. So a little bit about me through my career-wise, or through my career, I would say, has been I'm part of the NASA MCA Academy, which is a academy for students to get more into the space industry while also getting an understanding of how the technology sphere has been going on within these different aspects recently. But yeah, thank you for having me.
Awesome. That was great intro, Anudeep. Nice to have you. And next is Susie.
Okay. Hi, Subbu. Thank you for having me again. I just completed my engineering, from computer science department, and this is my first full-time job. I'm the product owner of Gidy. Gidy is a platform that is aiming to help students, to help them learn how to develop products and projects the right way. Saying that, I've also worked as an intern in few other companies. But yeah, this is my first full time, and I'm really excited to be here. And thank you for having me again.
Awesome. Great, great. I'm excited to talk to you guys because I quite often learn so much from the young generation because you guys tend to look at the world very different than I do because we tend to get into a monotonous type of pace where we're just doing the same thing over and over. So we sometimes I tend to stop innovating. When I talk to someone who's just coming out looking at the technology for the first time, I feel like you have so much potential to look things differently, and also I can learn so much from you from an innovation perspective. I'm excited to talk more, but I do have some topics that I have lined up. First, I do want to understand what you guys think, especially Anudeep, you are living in the States in Southern California, and Susie, you're in Chennai, India. There's both places are heavy in the tech space. I want to know what is the latest technology trends in both the countries and what's hot in the market, what people are looking for, what are the hot things that you're learning from a day-to-day basis?
Okay, so past year, as everyone has seen, it's been heavily dominated by AI, and there has been a lot of revolutions that has been done by AI. Today, everyone has started using AI, as compared to where we were a few years ago. So it's become much more common and popular. So definitely, the prominent tech change has been AI. But few things, so with AI, there has also been few other trends that has been popping up. So obviously things like data analytics and data, science has popped up a lot more because today data is everything. And since, with the AI race, these things are also raising, and cybersecurity has been something that has been very, very important and popular. So yeah, I think these are the few major trends that I saw in 2023.
I think you touched on AI, data analytics, and how often people are prepared when they speak of these technologies. Are they learning from the college days, or is it something they have to learn from outside?
Okay, so when I completed college, I did like what one or two paper on AI. So I am a CSE major. I wouldn't say I didn't have that much, but I definitely learned a lot more than my seniors did. So I knew like how AI worked at least a little bit. I had some idea about it, but yeah, this year there are lot more different courses than just CSE. We have courses like AIDS, artificial intelligence, and data science, and it's a separate branch. So those students, I think, are much more prepared than us when it comes to AI space. So yeah, we have so many specializations that is being done these days. And even CSE students are doing specialization in AI, including their CS degree. So that is something that is getting very popular.
No, I absolutely agree with a lot of that was said. I've noticed a few small trends as well, just because we went through quarantine. It was kind of like a worldwide shutdown a little bit, where you saw a lot of people were bored, but at the same time, like that boredom really helped with innovation, I would say. Like you saw that boom in big data, that boom in blockchain, that boom in AI, right? And I think because of that, suddenly, be it like education, be it companies, whatever it is, right, have had to make this major switch between suddenly everyone's applying to their jobs but they're still trying to work from home. So are they going to do remote? What are they going to do, right? And I think with that you see a sudden like change in the tech atmosphere. People have to adapt really quickly, regardless of whatever topic it is. Like the first example I brought up was the role remote over video, like we're doing right now, right? But simultaneously, you see where in schools they've had to kind of change some courses, some projects they have you do just because, hey, these are the new trends that are coming up. For me, I specialized in artificial intelligence, so I was really lucky to be able to see my professors within like 2-3 years at the same within that 2-3 year time space. They had to suddenly switch what they were doing, make sure that all their courses were available to students who were going remotely as well as in person. So I think that's one of the biggest shifts I've seen, but also a increase in adaptability.
Interesting. So it looks like still the trend is kind of overlapping quite a bit between what's happening in India and the States. Um, uh, what surprises is there's not a lot of difference. I think you guys are kind of aligning in the same pace of the technology trends. Looking at the job market, I know these are the latest technologies. How prepared can you be, or what are the things you can do to get prepared to get into these type of jobs, or is it even impossible for someone coming out of college to get these type of jobs?
I have some thoughts on this. I know the market's tough at the moment, and it's a little difficult as I think we briefly mentioned before that 2024 was one of the most difficult like placement time periods. But simultaneously, you notice how within the tech sphere, you don't always need a computer engineering or computer science degree to get into the sphere itself. People are doing boot camps, people are getting certifications, and they're still, it takes a lot more work, a lot more effort, but they're also within the same field that people with degrees are in, right? Personally, I think that even though at times it might feel like the tech sphere is a little oversaturated, there's tons of opportunities here, right? And it might take some time, but getting a job is definitely doable, especially with so many new things coming out.
I know some colleges are teaching you AI, ML, data analytics, but if you take the job market, it's slightly different. Do they prefer people with experience? What do you see? Or do they prefer people with no experience? They're willing to kind of hire you and train you. So what do you see in India?
Okay, so especially this year, there has definitely been, a huge dent for people who are just coming out of college. This year, especially in the colleges in Tamil Nadu, I've seen that it's a little bit more difficult to get placed as a fresher or right after college. That too, if you don't have that much knowledge in a particular niche. So these days, it's very popular that you're familiar with a particular niche, and if you're really good and you're working well at that, you'll be able to get placed. So it's just it's not the same anymore. You cannot just expect to get placed after learning a few coding and just wait for a job. It's not going to happen. You should actually be able to develop stuff and be good at the niche you're picking at. So if you are good at the niche, you'll be able to get the job that you want in the niche that you want. Without that, it's going to be a little more difficult. So if you want to get into AML or data analytics or whatever it is, you'll have to do projects in it, have a good online presence, be an expert in the niche. And you don't have to be an expert, but at least you should know what is going on in the niche to get a job there. It's not going to be easy.
So I had a quick question actually about that, because I've heard a very similar thing here as well. And something that I hear a lot is if you want to get a good job out of college, you need internship experience. That's how you prepare here. Is there something similar? What is the preparing aspect of entering the full-time field?
Yeah. So it is definitely a bonus point. I mean, I did internships in various companies. It definitely helped me big time when it came to my full-time job. But it is not as much as a compulsion when I was studying. I mean, we just needed to do an internship for the course. That is how it worked here. But definitely doing a proper internship have been it is a huge bonus when it comes to your full-time job. Like we want, it's very important to have the experience, know what is going on in IT before you have come in full time. So it definitely helped me personally. I think people should do an internship. It just is an added bonus, and you'll learn a lot of things, even though it's not a compulsion or anything. But finding an internship will always help you.
Yeah, I would actually give the same recommendation. I think I've been in this space for I've been working for about 20 years now. More than just the technology, just working in a work environment, like learning how the things work in the work environment, like project management, how to manage your tasks, how to work with colleagues and peers. All those things can be accomplished or learned quickly by doing internships. If you don't have the internship, then if you're just jumping straight into the job, it's going to be an uphill battle for you to kind of pick up and figure out how to work in a work culture. I definitely want to talk about the work culture as well, like how things are changing, meaning remote versus hybrid. But let's talk in detail about the specific technologies though.